Cruise news time. Well, a big day in travel yesterday as a federal judge strikes down the federal mask mandate for transportation. And also the CDC, they got some stuff going on. They've revamped their whole country warning system. I got to tell you about who's on the level 4 warnings. And look, what is the most dangerous part of your cruise cabin? You may know or you may be surprised, but it's in the news. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news updates. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is the 19th of April, and there is a lot popping. The biggest thing that happened yesterday afternoon was the announcement that a federal judge has stricken down the mask mandate. Now, the CDC had just recommended extending the mask mandate for transportation until May the 3rd, and the federal judge said, "Oh, contraire, mon frere, we're not going to be doing that. I'm striking it down." And companies quickly jumped on board. And just some personal confirmation that things are changing quickly. Our daughter left us last night, flew back to Nashville, flew from Tampa International to Nashville's B&A Airport on Southwest. No mask at all. No mask in Tampa, no mask on Southwest, and no mask in B&A and in Nashville. So companies quickly responded to this removal of the mask mandate, making mask optional. Then it wasn't just the airlines. Uber removed their mask requirement. Amtrak removed their mask requirement. And then, of course, many of the major airlines did remove their mask requirement. It's still on a facility-by-facility basis. I read an article that said that folks got on a plane in Texas. They were able to not wear a mask to get on the plane, not have to wear a mask on the plane, but they were going to New York. And once they landed in New York, they had to wear a mask at the airport in New York, and they had to wear a mask on the subway in New York. So it's, again, this is rapid. Less than 24 hours, all this has gone down in Funky Town. I don't know yet what's going on with the cruise terminals. I looked on Port of Tampa's website. I looked on Port of Miami's website. I looked on Port Canaveral's website. I haven't seen any different language around needing a mask in the terminal. So I'd be interested to hear from anybody who's cruising over the next few days. Has this trickled down to the cruise terminals? They're all under the same rules. So is there still masking in the cruise terminals at embarkation and disembarkation? Shoot me an email, leave me a comment. You can send me an email, tony@lalidoloca.com, or leave a comment on one of these videos. I'd be super interested to hear what's up. I'm sure there'll be announcements soon, but yeah, the airlines and the airports, they jumped on it quick. How do you feel about it? Do you think it was right for this federal judge to strike down the mask mandate? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Leave a comment below. I do want to take a moment and acknowledge the sad cruise news story that's been talked about by a lot of folks over the last few days. There was a man overboard situation on the Carnival Mardi Gras over the weekend. 43-year-old man apparently jumped off of the Mardi Gras, and the Coast Guard was engaged for a search. I guess the last chapter of that is that the Coast Guard has called off their search and unable to recover this gentleman or recover this gentleman's body. Just a tragic situation. Unfortunately, it's not unique. Sometimes the cruise ship is used in that way for people who want to intentionally go overboard. And really just our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and everybody that was affected by the situation. But a very similar ending to other stories such as this. The search has started, but the search is called off without a positive result. Cruise news story number 2. Let's talk about the CDC. They have revamped their travel warnings for countries. During most of the run of the pandemic, level 4 was reserved for countries that had high instances, high case counts, places where the CDC said you should not travel regardless of your vaccination status. Well, now they've revamped that and they've moved 120 countries out of level 4, and they're reserving level 4 as kind of like the top tier. Something's going bad at this moment. The level 4 countries have been moved down to the lower levels now, level 3, level 2, level 1, and all of the data in level 1, 2, and 3 are based off a 28-day running count of cases. And so if you're in 1, 2, or 3, it's based off of that. If you're on level 4, if a country moves to level 4, that means there's something going on in real time that the CDC feels like they should raise the flag, they should raise the alarm. And of course, I know everybody's not running to the CDC website to check the country that they're going to. I'll dabble in it. I'll go look at it from time to time. but, sometimes I have a vested interest in it for the show. But yeah, it might be interesting every once in a while to see who's living at level 4. But as of right now, all the level 4 countries have been downgraded to level 3. Now that level 4 is some new, like super warning. The actions of the CDC and most other organizations really do speak to this idea that as things change, well, things will change. And so CDC changing their travel warning again. How about that? Now, as promised, I am going to tell you what I feel like the most dangerous aspect of the cruise cabin is, but I do have some housekeeping, some updates from yesterday. Yesterday, I was talking about the song Tempted by the Fruit of Another, and I was saying it was a 70s throwback, and rightfully so. Many people pointed out, hey man, that song was in 1981. You were having an 80s moment, and as I reflected on it, I realized I had the wrong song. There is a song from the 1970s that I thought is super scandalous and super salacious that I can't believe it played on the radio. It was the 1970s. And that song is torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool. Loving both of you is breaking all the rules. What's going on here? That was the song I was thinking about, but thanks for the correction on the Tempted by the Fruit of Another. Both of them, really, really good songs. Okay, so there's that, and then here's this. Let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Thank you in advance. The most dangerous thing in your cruise cabin is your shower. Did you know that? This is what I believe to be true because I've heard multiple stories of this. The shower on the cruise cabin will get hot enough to scald you. Every cruise cabin that I've been in, there's been a sign that says check the temperature so you do not get scalded. And there is a court case going on right now where a man got scalded so badly that he had to get skin grafts. That he got in the shower, got scalded, had a seizure, and got skin grafts. He sued Norwegian Cruise Line, and then in turn, Norwegian Cruise Line sued the shower manufacturer, saying that their shower got hotter than it should have. The parts in the shower allowed it to get hotter than they should have. And what's sad, this dude that sued was on a multi-month cruise, and he'd been doing fine in the shower. He had the temperature set, but he says that one day while he was gone that the temperature got adjusted, possibly by the cabin steward. I don't know who else would be in there. And then he just jumped in the shower and scalded himself. And that's the rest of the story. Again, the lawsuit not as important. We'll be interested to see if Norwegian's successful against the shower manufacturer, that kind of thing. But the big takeaway is, look, if you're cruising for the first time or if you've cruised 100 times, don't get in the shower without checking the temperature because you will get burned up. It is very nice that you can get a nice hot shower. There's usually two knobs in the shower, one for the water pressure and one for the water temperature. And you can get those confused. I've done that before thinking that I was going to turn off the water pressure and I cranked up the temperature. You find that out really quick. So be careful in the cruise shower. Can you think of something more dangerous than the shower in the cruise cabin? I guess maybe balcony or something like that. But yeah, I think more people probably get injured in that shower than anywhere else. Or partially injured. So, boom, that's your cruise news. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Time for you to sound off. Hashtag to the notification squad. Who's the squad leader today? Hashtag squad leader. Leave a comment below. Thank you so much for checking out the show. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. You can show your support by hitting the like button. And if you do not hit the like button, you're going to end up on one of those airports where you got to wear a mask still. I think, won't you be sad if you know that your friends down here in Florida, we're wild down here, aren't we? What, your friends in Florida that you're not wearing a mask, but then you're going to have to wear you might want to wear a mask. There's nothing wrong with it. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying, so that might not be a punishment. Hit the like button. Tony for Lido, Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Goodbye.